So let's go for that deep dive. The first one, the power plan, is under machine, the business automation system. Systems are so important in your business, and that's why I'm starting with it as the number one. And systems, I've got an acronym for systems. System stands for, and you might want to write this down. All right, system, saving yourself, stress, time, energy, and money. Let me say that again. Saving yourself, stress, time, energy, and money. I've got a thumbs up from Sue. Thanks, Sue. Yeah, many people love that acronym because it just makes sense. Steve, you like it as well. Thank you for that, guys. Let's dive into it. Let's have a look at the power plan, because your three most precious resources are your time, your energy, and your attention. So my question is, should you always be making the tea? What do I mean by that? Well, quite simply, who drinks your tea? Who drains you each day when you're at business? All right, because you've got so much that you have to do, and you're expected to keep growing the business that it's really difficult at times. And the queue of people at your door asking you, hey, I've got a problem, how do I fix it, is just never ending, and you're working longer and longer hours. And your to-do list just keeps getting longer and longer. And this multitasking, the things that you have to do when you get interrupted to do something else, and when you come back, you're wondering, what was the thing I'd started with in the first place that I didn't know what I was actually doing? So we've got to stop this multitasking, right? Because we've got to stop your week looking like this to starting to have your week looking like this, the power plan. And notice that I've named each day: Money Monday, Team Tuesday, Wildcard Wednesday, Thriving Thursday, and Freedom Friday. Now, I want to invite you to make your own power plan. I'm going to give you an idea here of how I work a power plan up when I'm working with clients. But remember, this is your power plan. So take notes of what you want to do in the particular power plan. But the one thing I am going to ask you to do is that every day is to have time out for lunch to rest. You cannot be working from 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, 8 to 8 every day, which so many business owners are doing. So you must take time out to have lunch or to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And notice that I've started at 8 o'clock and I've finished at 5 p.m. You can choose your hours. I'm just using this as an example for you, so you can take this and implement your power plan. The first thing we do is we want to have our one-to-ones with our staff. If you've got a business with several staff, ensure you're having one-to-ones with them to keep them on track, to ensure that they're doing what they need to do, ensuring that the KPIs are being met. And then on the Wednesday, we can have a team meeting with everyone. We can discuss what those KPIs, so everyone has input into how the business is running and what you need to do to help run the business. And then the follow-up stuff. Then on Monday, let's start up Monday, the profit and cash. Really importantly, for the first thing to do, to look at the previous week. How much money's in the business? What's the cash flow like? And having a cash flow forecast, which we won't have time to do today, but a cash flow forecast is fundamentally important to see where the blips could be in the ensuing 13 weeks. Then the next part, revenue and marketing. Really important to ensure the business is still seen out in the business world, all right, and that your marketing and the revenue is coming in and is on track. That's on Monday morning. Then Monday afternoon, after you've had your break, and when I'm talking about lunch, you need to get away. You don't need to eat anything, but I strongly suggest you do, and you drink a lot of water. Look at your operations and your systems. What are the systems like? Are there any other systems that you need to involve? Any other systems that you need to consider to bring in to make your business one that can run without you? And then lastly, on Monday, so you're not getting caught into everyone else's agenda by seeing emails all day long, do your email and your admin, all that stuff that for me personally, I try and put off, or I give to Janelle if I can. Quite often she kicks it back at me though. So as you can see, you've probably done more in the first 2.5 days than potentially what you have done in the last 4 to 5 weeks on yourself. But let's keep going, okay? Because let's finish off Tuesday, if you want, with some financials and KPIs to make sure that the staff and you understand what the KPIs are that are driving the business forward. So you can actually look at what is actually happening there. Then on Winning Wednesday, let's have a look at innovation and leadership, because you're running a business, so you are a leader. So let's look at the innovation and the leadership you need to do before you have your team meetings and the team follows. So you're actually driving the staff and guiding them as well. Then what do you do for the rest of the week? Well, you've done so much already in 2.5 days. You can do whatever you want because you're the boss. But in fairness, I think that might be a bit too much for anyone who's just first starting off. But what we would do is, I really believe, on Winning Wednesday, the afternoon, take the afternoon off if you can. Relax with your family. Remember, this book here, family matters, so does business. It's really important that you keep your family involved, because running a business and having a family can be hard. So you can go and do something. On Thursday, let's do a little bit more revenue and marketing to keep the business out there, to understand what needs to be done so that you can actually build in your client base even more. And then on Thursday, some more operations and systems, and then some more emails and admin, getting rid of all those. Again, so you're not at the beck and whim of everyone else. And on my phone, for example, I actually have it on there. Hey, sorry, I can't talk to you right now. I will get back to you within 8 business hours. So people have an expectation that it's 8 business hours. So if they ring me at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it gives me the opportunity to get back by midday the next day. And the reason I do this is that, like, I'm running this workshop now. I'm not going to be listening for the phone or working emails. So people have that expectation. Don't be caught in other people's diaries. And then we have Friday. All right. I honestly believe having Friday off, so you're working a 4-day week, is really good. But you may not be able to do that to start with, quite fairly. All right. But we need to work on that, because when you can actually have Fridays off, it's good. One of the most important things, though, is thinking time. And I honestly believe that everyone should have at least half an hour of thinking time per day. If you do that, your actually mind is going to think of the great things. You're allowing it to the unconscious mind come up with ideas as to what is going to work in your business. And have a notepad and a paper when you have your thinking time, because things are going to come into your head that you might not remember later on. Now, the 4-day week, what we want to get our clients to is to have that 4-day week. So you can have a 3-day weekend. And most of our clients now are working a 4-day week, which helps them with their mental health. And we're hearing so much of mental problems within businesses these days. And Janelle and I can help you get to this 4-day week, so you can actually do more in this 4 days than probably what you've done in the last 4 months combined.